Hi, I'm Mark Wallace, retired fire chief and author of Fire Department Strategic Planning. The third edition of my book just recently came out. So I'm here at FDIC this week promoting that and talking, seeing old friends, talking about my book and, just enjoying all that FDIC has to give. The premise, I've been doing strategic planning since the late 80s. My first edition came out in 1998, second edition in 2006. This latest edition just came out this year. And it is, of course, available at the bookstore, as with all the fire engineering books and videos are down there. And so make sure while you're stopped at FDIC that you go through the bookstore and look at that. Different authors will be signing their books on a schedule that's available. I'll be down there after this is recorded, and be happy to talk with people about that. The thing about strategic planning, it's the premise of my book is that we want to, in the fire service, think and act strategically. We have many things in the fire department going on, and now strategic planning is one of the things that we're required to do, especially if you want to become an accredited department or you want to help design your own future. So my book title, Fire Department Strategic Planning, Creating Future Excellence, is really about that. How do you, as a fire officer, as a firefighter, or as a fire chief even, create the future that you desire for your ideal fire department? And really has four things. First thing you have to do is understand your fire department. And so to do that, you need to know what your vision of the future, what would be the ideal fire department? You need to understand the values that your fire department has and how you're operating. Those things are the fundamental beliefs of your department that you won't change. And then also that forms a mission that complies with the mandates of your department. So once you understand your department, and every department has a philosophy of operation, so you understand the philosophy of how your fire department works, then you can go on with creating your future. The next step is to really look at the environment that you operate in. Now, the fire department is different than a business. So a strategic plan in a fire department has to be different than a business strategic plan. So a for-profit business, it's really focusing on the internal environment and what you make as a business and how that sells so that you're operating in your external environment. But in the fire service, it's really our community and our elected officials that decide what they need for their fire department. So in the fire service, the external environment, the challenge, and it has challenges and opportunities, that drives what we do in the internal environment. And internally, we control what we do, and we have weaknesses and strengths. So once you understand the external environment, the internal environment, that's part 2 of your strategic plan. Part 3 is really to understand the strategic issues that you're facing. Your organization is facing some things, and right now we're just hoping to come out of COVID pretty soon, and we're facing those kind of issues, and we're always facing budgetary issues. But internally in your organization, there are strategic issues that you need to face and understand. And it may be that you're growing or you're shrinking. It may be other issues that you know, but you need to see what those kind of really problems and challenges that you're facing that you need to deal with. Once you understand the strategic issues, you use those to develop strategies. So in strategic planning, it's really the strategic issues that make the difference rather than strategies. So strategies are just a result of understanding your strategic issues. Then after that, you need to put that together in a plan. And if all you do is create a plan and you don't make change in an organization, really planning is just entertainment unless you create change. So creating the change that you want is the key to this process so that you can move your move your organization forward. And so that's kind of the crux of strategic planning. And my book, as it's designed, will walk you through the process. If you already have a strategic plan there, the first section is to help you update your existing plan and do that. If you haven't started strategic planning, it'll walk you through each step. And it's also designed, if you're in a college program or a master's degree program, or you're studying to be a chief officer, it'll walk you through the process so that you can be more effective in either your promotional or in your coursework for your college degree. Now, we're here at FDIC. So FDIC is the foremost firefighter conference, I think, in the United States today, and nearly in the world as it's occurs around in its different segments. I think in the education part of this and the hot classes, this is where fire departments need to be this week and FDIC week every year to help create the future of your department. So just talking with people this morning, we're just talking about how do we get the most out of FDIC? So as a fire chief, I would try to send as many people as I could to FDIC each week, and each person that came would pick their classes, and there's a multitude of classes, and they would pick their classes, and then all of the people that came out from my department, they would compare notes and take advantage and wouldn't all go to the same class. The other thing that's an advantage that's unique here is the hot classes. So if you have someone in your department that you want to make your local expert and your trainer for your department in any of the hands-on things that are offered here, this is the best place to send them so that they can go through the class with the best instructors in the fire service and with a class of people from all over the country and all over the world, in some cases, come together and look at one particular section of operating in the fire service. So that's the best place to do that. Now, as we come back at FDIC coming back, then it's a matter of what you learn here, you need to take back to your department, make that open. So the best departments are sending people out here every year. They're taking advantage of the training and making the contacts, taking it back to their departments and utilizing what they have, and that will help your department best utilize FDIC. So we're on here for a while, and I'm here by myself, and so it'd be, if we had somebody with me, we could do more of a conversation, but now it's kind of a monologue. But what I would suggest you here at FDIC is to stop by the bookstore, browse the books, talk to the authors, see what you have. Now, I'm told that there's a discount for buying your book here, and they'll help you do that. So that's an advantage to get your book while you're here and get the author to sign it. And certainly if you buy one of my books, I'd be happy to sign it for you. And then take that back to your department and use that as a lasting effort within the library of your professional development. So this is a step. This week is a step each year in the furtherance of your career as you move through the fire service and related fields to get the most out of your fire service career, make your department the most it can be. And in my mind, if you think and act strategically, it will get you a long ways along your way to create the future department that you think is an ideal fire department for your community. So I think with that, I'm going to stop. I kind of rambled there. I kind of had an idea to.
Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah. Okay, thanks for joining us. And after me, there'll be some more people to talk with you. So stay tuned.